Good day, I'm Chara Joyce Ananing, a teacher of New Washington Elementary School, and I will be discussing about e-commerce and internet marketing. So what is electronic commerce or e-commerce? E-commerce is a business model that lets firms and individuals buy and sell things over the internet. E-commerce, which can be conducted over computers, tablets, or smartphones, may be thought of like a digital version of mail-order catalog shopping. Nearly every imaginable product and service is available through e-commerce transactions, including books, music, plane tickets, and financial services such as stock investing and online banking. As such, it is considered a very disruptive technology. So under e-commerce, there are four major segments, and these are B2B, B2C, C2C, and C2B. B2B or business to business is a business sells its product or service to another business. Some examples of these are the PhilippineCompanies.com, Dayalwa, and the Pinoy Listing. Next is the B2C or business to consumer. A business sell their products to their end user. B2C doesn't only include products, but anything you buy in an online store as a consumer, think wardrobe, household supplies, entertainment, is done as part of a B2C transaction. B2C doesn't only include products, but services as well. B2C innovators have leveraged technology like mobile apps, native advertising, and remarketing to market directly to their customers and make their lives easier in the process. So some examples of B2C are the Shopee, Lazada, and the Zalora. Consumer. The next one is what we call C2C or consumer to consumer. It is also called as an online marketplace. It connects consumers to exchange goods and services and typically make their money by charging transaction or listing fees. Online businesses like Craigslist and eBay pioneered this model in the early days of the internet. Another example to these are Mall Halo Halo. The next one is what we call the C2B or consumer to business. It allows individuals to sell goods and services to companies. In this e-commerce model, a site might allow customers to post the work they want to be completed and have businesses bid for the opportunity. Affiliate marketing services would also be considered C2B. Elance, or now known as Upwork, was an early innovator in this model by helping businesses hire freelancers. The C2B e-commerce model's competitive edge is in pricing for goods and services. This approach gives consumers the power to name their price or have businesses directly compete to meet their needs. Recent innovators have creatively used this model to connect companies to social media influencers to market their products. So an example to this is Amazon. So I have here some key takeaways. E-commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services over the internet. E-commerce can be a substitute for brick and mortar stores, though some businesses choose to maintain both. E-commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services over the internet, and almost anything can be purchased through e-commerce today. E-commerce lets firms and individuals conduct business over the internet. The next topic I have is all about internet marketing. So it is an all-inclusive term for marketing products and services online. This includes a variety of methods and platforms for communicating with customers such as websites, email, social media, and online advertising. While internet marketing's apparent purpose is to sell goods and services or advertising over the internet, it is not the only reason a business will do it. A company may be marketing online to communicate a message about itself or building its brand. It is also a way to conduct research. Online marketing can also be an effective way to identify a target market, discover a marketing segment's wants and needs, build long-term relationships with customers, or establish authority and expertise within an industry. So another name for internet marketing is e-marketing. Some also call this web marketing or digital marketing. So how internet marketing works? It refers to the strategies used to market products and services online and through other digital means. So these can include a variety of online platforms, tools, and content delivery systems. Some examples of internet marketing are website content and design, email marketing, social media, blogging, video or podcasting, online ads, and sponsorships and paid promotion. So the first one is website content and design. Under this, a business website allows customers to find business online, learn your business's location or contact information, discover your products or services, sign up for your email list, request more information, and make purchases. Websites often use search engine optimization to ensure that their content will rank high on search engines and be easy for customers to find. Next one is all about email marketing. So use email for sending direct mail electronically rather than through the post office. Collect customers' email either through purchases or website signups. Then use emails to share important information, encourage purchases, and build relationships. Emails allow you to reach customers individually and personally. Next is social media. So most consumers use some kind of social media, though the type you will focus on will depend on the behavior of your target market. So, for example, older consumers are more likely to use platforms like Facebook. For millennials, they often use Instagram, and younger consumers are more interested in video platforms such as TikTok or YouTube. Next one is blogging. Blogging allows you to increase your website search engine optimization by adding articles and posts around certain targeted keywords. You can also write for other people's blogs, magazines, or websites. This can increase your audience and put your business in front of more potential customers. Next is video or podcasting. Some creators who make videos or podcasts use that as their sole business. Other times, businesses use these platforms to establish expertise, connect with others in the industry, and create a funnel for new customers to find and develop an interest in their products and services. So some examples of these are YouTube. You can use YouTube in order for you to earn money. Next is the online ads. Pay-per-click advertisement placed in search engines target particular search terms that potential customers might use. Targeted ads on social media designed to reach specific segments of the platform's users who might be interested in your business's products, services, and promotion. Next is sponsorship and paid promotions. These marketing campaigns allow you to pay someone whose audience matches your target market to discuss, use, promote, or share your products and services with their followers. So we have key takeaways in internet marketing. All in all, internet marketing is an all-inclusive term for marketing products and services online. This can include website content, email marketing, social media, online ads, sponsorships, and more. And the type of internet marketing a business uses will depend on the business model, types of products, target customers, and budget. No matter the type or size of your business, you can use multiple online platforms and ways of communicating to create a broad internet marketing plan that helps potential clients and customers find your business. Next, we have the opportunities of e-commerce in educational domains. So, how e-commerce affect us in the educational field? Opportunities for e-commerce in education includes number 1, book availability. Previously, the use of technology was not common among people. Students had to go to the library to get their respective books for their assignments or projects. If in any library there were a single or 2 copies available of one book and more students wanted it. In these conditions, students had to wait for their turn to have that book. This practice used to delay their assignments. Now, through e-commerce, students have easy access to their respective books. They can order books through several websites, for example, like Amazon, Liberty Books, and others. In case students don't want to purchase, then there is an option of online reading where books are available for free and they don't have to pay for them. Next, e-commerce also helps us in our understanding. The term e-commerce is not restricted to buying and selling products only. There are many occasions where students are not able to understand any concept on their own. In these cases, they can do other options such as visiting online websites where numerous articles are available at one click. They can also listen to the lectures of different scholars from any part of the world. By reading different articles and listening to lecturers, students can have a better and clear understanding of the concept. It is also beneficial for all. E-commerce in education is not confined to students only. Teachers can also benefit themselves through this medium. They can search online and visit different websites to learn various teaching strategies. It also helps us in doing our assignments. Many online services are providing original, unique, and plagiarism-free work. With the help of these websites, students can get their work done. Teachers can also benefit themselves through these online services. It is also an easy medium for education. It becomes convenient for the students and teachers to have a book from any part of the world. For example, if there is a book that is not easily available in your town, you can either read it online or purchase it. Without e-commerce, it wouldn't be possible to go to a particular state physically to have that book. It is also economical. Doing an e-commerce business in the educational field is economical and reasonable. You don't have to look for a physical store and don't spend a handsome amount on its infrastructure. All you need to do is to have an outstanding and magnificent idea, good and high-quality products, and a well-maintained website that grabs the attention of the economical. Doing an e-commerce business in the educational field is economical and reasonable. You don't have to look for a physical store and don't need to spend a handsome amount on its infrastructure. All you need to have is an outstanding and magnificent idea, good and high-quality products, and a well-maintained website that helps grab the attention of the customers. In conclusion, e-commerce can be beneficial in education by making knowledge and products easily accessible for the people. And that ends my report. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.